everybody. This is Casey once again with Astrology. Today, we're going to talk about the new moon in Pisces coming up on February 27th. Now, this new moon in Pisces is in a very watery, emotional sign. When we think about the moon, it can be correlated with our bodies, our emotions. It can also be correlated with our intuition. So, when we think about Pisces is a very fluid, intuitional, divine kind of sign. Thinking about Pisces places you in a dreamy headed kind of experience. So when we look at our chart today, we're going to talk about the opportunity to be mindful of our dreams and mindful of our daily experience. To just notice those divine experiences coming up. New moons are new beginnings, so it's always going to be an opportunity for renewal in these different parts of our experience. And we're going to go sign by sign today so we can take a look at how these different aspects will be affecting us individually. We're going to start with our Capricorn risings today, just so we can start on a serious note. Just getting my brush together so we can show you what's going on. Okay. As a Capricorn rising, our new moon in Pisces will be in our third house. And the third house is actually the joy of the moon. When we think about having a new moon in Pisces, it's just a total new beginning in regards to our day-to-day life experience, possible connection with the people we see on a daily basis, our being deepened on an intuitive level. Just taking the opportunity, Capricorn, to follow that inner guide, follow that intuition in this case, and notice where it is leading you. In traditional astrology, as a traditional Hellenistic astrologer, I like to look at Jupiter to see where Jupiter is and what Jupiter is doing, because Jupiter rules Pisces, giving it a wise, reflective standpoint in this case. So, Capricorn risings, as you move through your daily life, notice what's coming up. Notice what's going on in your ability to serve other people, how you're working with people on a daily basis. Because when we look at the square aspect from the new moon, which will be at 9 degrees in Pisces, to that 12 degrees Jupiter in Gemini, this is going to give us the opportunity to be of service and follow that internal nudge to see where it's guiding you first. Capricorn risings, notice how this shows up in your own experience. Kitty fight. Aquarius risings, this new moon is in the second house. Second house in Pisces. It can be a very fluid emotional experience for us here. It's correlated with our finances. It can be correlated with the things connected to us. When we look at Jupiter in that fifth house of creativity, our creative expression is going to be also correlated with our children. And this is the house of romance as well. So taking an opportunity to notice the sun here also ruling the seventh house of relationships. This can be correlated to a relationship we have in regards to our experiences here. What's coming up in our relationships? It's an opportunity to just intuitively feel and know. We just got over this conjunction between Saturn and Mercury, which is a serious conversation that possibly couples emotions. So take this opportunity to notice if you've had that conversation with your loved one around finances and see where the opportunity is coming up to change, to make a change. Notice what may come up in your dreams. Notice what may come up in your experience as we move through the rest of our cycle into that full moon in Virgo. Aquarius risings. For our Aries risings, this new moon is going to be in the 12th house. The 12th house can be correlated with our hidden world, our subconscious mind, the things we don't necessarily know about ourselves. It can also be the house of hidden enemies according to traditional astrology. But one thing I'd like to point out, coupling with this new moon, is Saturn in the 12th house, which is its planetary joy. Just bringing to light a lot of experiences that you didn't necessarily know about. Having Jupiter moving through your third house, a lot of the conversations that you'll be having with people may open the doors for your awareness to be enlivened, for you to connect emotionally, for you to connect with yourself internally in an intuitive way. As this new moon begins to unfold, allow yourself to just be present in your moment, Aries risings. Our Taurus risings, this places the new moon into the 11th house of community, of good fortune. This is a new beginning in the realm of community, connecting with a community that you feel deeply connected to. Doesn't necessarily take conversation to feel connected, but it's more of an internal nudge, a deep internal guidance, a knowingness of connection with the people that you surround yourself with. And having Jupiter moving through the second house can be a community that can guide you towards financial stability in the case, opening the doors for you to receive in some form or fashion through the realm of conversation and connection with the people you find close to you. So as this new moon unfolds for our Taurus risings, welcome this community in, but first feel deeply within yourself if this is the right community. Checking our Gemini risings out, this moves the new moon into the 10th house of career and public role, new beginning around career, how the world sees us based off how we choose to show ourselves. We have our chart ruler, Mercury, here in the 10th house. We may have gotten some very serious news that's opened the door for us to embark on a new career path, or change the way we look at our career, thus leading us to approach and express ourselves in a different way, more from the intuitive side of nature. Taking this opportunity to notice Jupiter also moving through our first house. So as we begin to express ourselves in more of a boisterous manner, allow wisdom, allow clarity to join you in your career public role. Allow the people to see you as you are. Gemini risings. For our Cancer risings, experiencing all of this water, we have the new moon in the 9th house. The 9th house is correlated with our long distance travel, can also be correlated with our higher beliefs, the things that we're deeply connected to that aren't on this plane, correlated with the divine. It can be connected to astrology in this case. But when we think about a new moon in Pisces in the 9th house, you may be guided to a new way of believing, a new way of living and experiencing. And through your intuition, it will become a knowing. What do they say? When you know, you don't have to believe. So, as this new moon unfolds, notice that Jupiter, ruler of Pisces, is going to be in your 12th house. So when it's time to lay down and get ready for bed, I invite you to take a meditation and ask what you need to see. So that way, these dreams will provide you with clarity. Having new moon in Pisces is definitely an opportunity to experience some very vivid dreams and bring a lot of clarity to light. Cancer risings, let us know in the comments what comes up. Move to our Leo risings. This moves the new moon in Pisces into the eighth house. The eighth house is the house of other people's money. It can be the house of karma or karmic debt. This is giving us the opportunity to look at ourselves through the eyes of other people. I like to call this house the esteem of others, being that it's closely connected to the seventh house of partner, our one-on-one relationships. The eighth house is how our one-on-one relationships see us. So having a new moon here is a rejuvenation, a reinvention of how we choose to express and share ourselves so that way we can be seen in a different way. Taking into consideration that Mars, that just stationed direct in 12th house, can bring up a lot of things from surface from our childhood, from our emotional world, and how we've been molded by that up to this day. Having this new moon here is just giving us the opportunity to overcome a lot of those things, choosing to be seen in a different way, choosing to integrate these things that come up, and beginning to know who we are in order to share with those around us so that way they too can know who we are, Leo risings. We've gotten to Virgo risings, and our Virgo risings are experiencing this new moon in Pisces in the seventh house. New moon Pisces in the seventh house is giving us the opportunity to be transformed in our one-on-one relationships. Being that the ruler of Virgo, Mercury, is in the sign of Pisces, is not in the best place, considered to be in its detriment in the seventh house in Pisces. But we have to take an opportunity to look at this renewal process in a one-on-one relationship. Is also taking a renewal of our mind as well. Having that previous conjunction with Saturn and Mercury in the seventh house is showing us that we've received some confirmation, some information from somebody around us that is giving us the opportunity to express ourselves in a different way to the people around us so that way we can be seen in a different way, we can show up in a different way. When we have Jupiter in the 10th house ruling that Pisces 7th house, it can show that these things may have happened at work or just how we're seen in a public role. And this rejuvenation process can show that it's not always what it looks like on the public role to the world. When you can express yourself truly to the people around you one-on-one, they know you deeply. So follow that intuition, listen to your heart, and see where it will guide you, Virgo risings. Libra risings, this places that Pisces new moon in the sixth house. The sixth house is our work, is our service to those around us. It's the house of chop wood and carry water. You know, my teacher likes to say that one. It just gives you opportunity to put forth effort in order to receive over time. And it's not that you receive for the effort, but due to the effort, so you shall receive. So, as this new moon moves through our sixth house in Pisces, it's just an opportunity for your emotional processes to be transformed, your intuition to be strengthened through these daily workings that you're operating in. Take into consideration Jupiter in the ninth house, correlated with our higher divine connections. When we have Jupiter in a square aspect to that sixth house, new moon in Pisces is giving us the opportunity to see the challenges that it takes in order to cultivate this intuition, in order to move towards what we want for ourselves internally, in order to be of service to those people around us. So, as a Libra rising, Notice where this is showing up in your life. Scorpio risings, we are back again. Thanks for joining. We have the new moon in the fifth house here. New moon in the fifth house is creativity. It can be correlated with children or as romance as well. When we look at the new moon in the fifth house, it's just an opportunity to renew our creative processes, show up differently in our romantic experiences, and notice deeply where our intuition is guiding us, what are our emotions saying, what is our heart saying. When we think about Jupiter in the eighth house of esteem of others, it makes me think all about relationships and how I'm choosing to converse in my relationships. I'm choosing to show up in my relationships, as well as my ability to create and provide content and opportunities for others to see my authentic self. So, as a Scorpio rising, and for you Scorpio risings out there, I invite you to express yourself genuinely, share with the people around you, and don't be afraid to open yourself to the others. They're waiting for you. Sagittarius risings. This places that new moon in Pisces in the fourth house, which is our home, it's our foundation, can be correlated with our place of solitude. So as this new moon comes up, it's a great opportunity for you to go inward, for you to take the opportunity to journal, sit down with yourself and notice what makes up meditation. Also a phenomenal opportunity to recall your dreams when you lay down for the evening. Ask what you need to see and see what comes up. When we look at Jupiter in the seventh house of relationships, one-on-one relationships, this may be clarifying something in our relationships, how people see us, how we are expressing ourselves. When we look at this stellium in the fourth house, and a stellium is three or more planets in a sign. When we look at all of these planets in the fourth house, it's an opportunity for us to learn something about ourselves by sitting with ourselves and being aware of what comes up. Sagittarius risings, take this note to be with yourself. And as you see, we've arrived. We've completed our zodiac for this evening. Our new moon in Pisces, a moon of deep, watery, emotional, intuitive observation. Take this opportunity to allow this new moon to unfold. Be present, be open, and be receptive. If you want to book a one-on-one personal reading and get a deeper understanding of the new moon in Pisces for you, feel free to find a link in the bio. I'm currently doing readings through a donation-based clinic through Nightlight Astrology. And if you want to support me directly, you can find me at align-astrology.com where you can book. Thanks so much for being here, and until the next time.